Hey collective, welcome to your energy update. I am Divided Mind and I am here to walk with you on your path to ascension, self-love, and self-development. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this message with anyone that may benefit from this reading. Please remember that it is a collective reading, so if it doesn't resonate with you, I ask for you to practice discernment and only give energy to what is worthy of you. So we've had an interesting week with Mars moving into Gemini, so our relationships, our level of communication, that has all been, cars are stepping out, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready for that. So a lot of energy in our relationships, right? Friendships, our partnerships, mostly at work, and just the way that we connect with other people. So let's take a look and see what's coming in. Lots of fire energy. Wow, lots of fire energy. So we've got the Three of Winter, or Three of Swords. This is definitely air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Lots of spring energy, which is in this deck related to the fire signs, Leo, Sag, and Aries. And one little card here in terms of the material world for you, which would be the Pentacles, the Earth energy. Okay, so I get the feeling that there's a lot of passion, right? Because fire signs, the fire energy is definitely dominating this spread. If we look at it from a numerology perspective, we got 3 and 5, 8 plus 6, 14, plus 4, 18, 1 and 8 is 9. So this really is about your goals, fulfillment, attaining the things that you've set out. Especially being in Pisces season, a lot of us became more creative about our mission, about what we want to do and how we're going to go about things. And keep in mind that Pisces is a creative sign, creative energy, but it also has some illusionary aspects to it. So one definitely needs to keep grounded, is what I'm getting from a lot of this red that's coming through. Speak your truth, but do it in a compassionate way, especially since Mars is in Gemini. You may feel a little snippety with people. You may feel like you want to lash out verbally. You don't care. You don't give a shit how it may be received. And so you definitely want to bring some balance to that. Grounding would definitely help. Forms of meditation, listening to music, gardening, cooking, anything that'll get you out of your headspace, out of your ego would be wonderful. In terms of money and your financial well-being, definitely proceed with caution. It's not the time to start buying all kinds of things, especially if you're doing it on an impulse without research, without trying to find the best price, and also discerning if it's something that you really need, if it's really an emotional purchase, or if it's something that is going to help you out in the long run, if it's a need versus a want. Let's see here. Definitely see you feeling like you need to stand your ground with boundaries. Many of you want to take the center stage. You want to have your purpose, your efforts, your individuality looked at and appreciated. And sometimes we may have to assert ourselves in different relationships and situations to make sure that that comes through, make sure that that's respected. Again, with Mars and Gemini, you know, Mars is the planet of aggression. It's also the planet of sexuality. It's the planet of the way that we assert and protect ourselves. So with this Three of Swords coming in, there may have been a disappointment. There may have been, on the love front, maybe, I don't really like to say like cheating or whatnot, because I know that can get into the minds of people, and then you find stuff that wasn't really there. So just keep your eyes open when it comes to dealing with people in relationships and situations, business partners, family members. Keep your eyes open, look at things objectively. Don't put anything there that's not necessarily there. Again, with the Pisces season, we're in a state of illusion. So, find who your trusted circle is, friends, family, partners, someone that you can let it all out with, and be honest with, and have them give you feedback, have them talk it out with you, so that you can find your grounding in your feelings, because there isn't any cups coming through in this spread. So if you have a lot of passion and not a lot of stability and grounding, not a lot of wealth coming back in emotionally, spiritually, financially, that can lead to some turbulence. Looking at this spread, it's definitely some sort of disagreement with someone, or being at odds, even being at odds with yourself. We are in an age of transition, things moving very fast, including your development, and your emotional intelligence and growth. So if you made a miscalculation and step back into some old ways, I do see recovery here. I do see that you will, get back really quickly on your feet, and kind of take the driver's seat in your life. Just, make sure, again, with the grounding and being balanced, that you don't become so overly ambitious that you can't hear any truths. You're not open to any new opportunities, any new energy. Let's see if we have some guidance in terms of how to navigate this energy. Whatever is the disagreement, the conflict. That's what I'm hearing. I do see that you're going to come out on the better end of it, as long as you take the lessons. Yeah, take the lessons. It is temporary, what I'm saying. It's, it's not something that's going to last long. There aren't any major arcana cards coming through. They're all minor. They're all on the low end, except for the king. But when the king shows up, the King of Wands, it does show that this will be a lesson that's definitely going to last a lifetime. What you learn from this temporary situation, if you choose to. It'll definitely help you cultivate some better ways of co-creating, being a leader. All right. What guidance do you have for our collective? Yes. Yeah. So there's definitely a lot of, with the king here, the King of Wands. It's a natural born leader, a visionary, an entrepreneur. On the flip side, they're a little impulsive. They have extremely high expectations, and they don't move without any haste, which in some cases can be great, but I'm showing right now that you do need to kind of slow down, and just watch the energy that you're infusing into the situation, also the energy of others, and decide who you want to be. When Aphrodite shows up, it's about awakening that feminine energy in you, being a little softer, a little kinder, but also being reveling in your individuality and also your sexuality. Some of y'all just need to go ahead and get some. I mean, Mars going into Gemini, I mean, That's about our sexual desires, the way that we heal sexually, the way that we express ourselves in that sexual capacity. So I would implore anyone that's listening to this reading to work on your sacral chakra. There may be things there that you haven't healed, that may be where some of your impulsivity is coming from. If you don't have a partner, they got all kind of tools out there. You got your fingers, you got your hands. Do what you need to do, right? Appreciate your divinity. This also speaks to a level of self-care, right? So how are you taking care of yourself? Are you overworking yourself? Are you being a little too focused on getting things done and not feeling things, enjoying things, experiencing life? It says awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. Right? So it's time for and when I say softer, I don't mean weak by any means, right? It's just there needs to be balance in the way that you operate. Because if you're only operating from one side of the spectrum, you can't see the whole picture. There's so much that you're missing. And with all this fire energy, it's wonderful on the passion front, but you can steamroll people if you have too much of one energy. And it may be that some of you guys, had some difficulties in partnerships, difficulties with people, and so you've kind of dived into work. You've said never again, and you've kind of went all the way to the left, or all the way to the right, versus meeting yourself in the middle. You need to show compassion to yourself. All right, what lesson can we learn during this energy that we can take with us? On the top, please. Namaste. Ooh, envy. Wow. Wow. For some of you guys, it's so much willpower, so much. There may be some jealousy from you, from someone else, and it's causing you to have that conflict because you don't really know how to handle it, right? Someone here wants to get to the top. They want to be seen. They want to be understood. They want to be appreciated for who they are. And it's possible that some of you guys are not being. And it doesn't make you any less worthy, any less successful. It's that sometimes you just need to give yourself that pat on the back. You need to take a look at everything that you've done to get to where you are and appreciate that yourself. You don't need the applause, right? If you appreciate your own divinity, then who cares who's rewarding you, right? You reward yourself. You appreciate everything that you've done for you. You don't have to answer to anybody but yourself, right? And your higher power. So this card is strictly red, yellow, and orange. So it's definitely saying the lower chakras need to be paid attention to. Definitely need some grounding. You need to remember exactly who you are. Where are you going? And don't worry about everyone in your peripheral. Don't worry about who's doing this, who's doing better than you. Don't worry about that. This card says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. The road is paved and mapped out and unpaved for everyone differently, because we all have different purposes, different trials and tribulations, and different triumphs. All right, let's see how we can activate more self-love in this situation, because self-love will drive us to where we need to go. It will highlight, basically, how to navigate our lives much better. Yeah, you need to appreciate yourself. Write a list Write a manifestation list, but also write a list about what has been manifested. Because there's so much in front of us. And you know that. You see that. That's part of what's causing the drama inside. But there's also so much behind us, right? You aren't who you were last year or 5 years ago. How did that happen? You grew, you overcame. Give yourself some credit. It's the law of attraction, baby. No one's going to appreciate you until you appreciate yourself. And once you get that down pat, you don't even care. It's irrelevant. All right. I done shuffled these cards to death. All right, yes. Trust. Trust the process. Trust your role. Trust your divinity. Trust who you are in this world matters. We all play a part, one of which we have not come to fully realize. And so if we can do anything to keep the crazy at bay, right? To keep us out of opposition with other people and self, then we have to trust our process. And where we feel like we may have an opportunity of growth, then we take the steps to get there. But we do it with compassion. So this card says trust. You have a strong connection to your soul's come on now. You have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. You're going to get there. It may not happen overnight. It may not happen at the speed of someone else. And that's kind of the hard part too with the energy that's going on. I mean, at times it feels extremely fast moving. And at other times, especially in Pisces season, I don't know what's going on. It feels like we're in a dream state. And that's the thing with Pisces season. I mean, all these creative ideas, everyone is doing things, everyone is following their dreams and embracing their true self. I mean, yeah, no. It's not always what it seems. So keep focus on your own life and where you want to go. And that's all you need to focus on. And trust, have faith that you will arrive. And it's not going to be on anyone else's time. I was going to end it with that, but I want to pull a card from the Work Your Light Oracle, which will be available in the Divided Mind shop here shortly. Because I think we need a little reminder. On the top, please. Okay. Protection. Ooh, yes. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Cut the cords. Don't let anyone have any power over you. This whole being envious, this disappointment, which is having expectations that are not being fulfilled, sometimes unreal, right? Too high expectations with this whole King of Wands, right? That's the opposite. That's the opposing side, right? That isn't his true nature. But if he doesn't work on himself, all that good energy that he has, if he doesn't ground that and stabilize that, you know, they're saying there's a such thing of having too much of a good thing, right? So it's funny, these the colors kind of go together. So you're being called to protect your energy and call your power back home. Take a look at who and what drains your energy. Don't keep yourself open for everyone. Maybe you are the subject of jealousy. However, when I do my readings, it is from a state of accountability. So always look into your life to see how this resonates with you. Definitely don't be so quick to be like, that means somebody. No. Don't do that. It's from what I'm seeing, it's you. And it doesn't mean like you're extremely jealous of someone, but it could be that you're comparing yourself to someone else's experience, not even knowing what they go through. But when you're working with someone, when you're friends with someone, when you're connected to someone, sometimes we outgrow one another. Sometimes we go in different directions. And we have to be okay with cutting those cords. We have to be okay with letting that situation go. Not pursuing someone, not listening to them, not giving them our energy, our time, our giving them some of our space. Who you allow into your world has a direct effect on how your world operates. So know that this takes work, but it's something that you can absolutely do, right? It's something that is available to you if you're willing to do the work. So protect yourself from the lower energy. That can also be ego. Tap into your divinity. Practice self-care. I mean, it's this weekend. I think the moon's going to be rolling through Sagittarius. It's a perfect time to get out, to disconnect from obligations and tough situations and relationships, and just let God. Go have fun. Go on a nature walk. Go hiking. Make a new meal. Go to a new restaurant. Do something that gives you pleasure, that reminds you of what it feels like to feel good. And then thank yourself for giving yourself that break, that compassion, that love, and that care. And I promise you, the energy will change. It will shift. All right? I hope that that hit where it needed to hit for whoever needed to hear it. I am Divided Mind, and I will always be on this path with you to ascension, self-love, and self-development. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, comment, and share to anyone who may benefit from this connection. And I hope you guys are well this weekend. From my heart to yours, from my knowledge to yours, namaste.